Since its launch at the end of 2021, the most relevant scientific instrument as of late, the James Webb Space Telescope, has churned out striking images of faraway galaxies and nebulae, providing great detail and loads of information. From new discoveries that test our current knowledge to revelations that argue existing theories, the Webb continues to stun the world with each released photo. Join us as we take a shot through space as we look into James Webb Space Telescope new insane images from space. Welcome back to Space Infinity. The James Webb Space Telescope. The James Webb Space Telescope, or simply the Webb, is the largest optical telescope in space, which conducts state-of-the-art infrared astronomy. Designed and developed by NASA while partnering with the European and Canadian space agencies, this new telescope serves as the replacement for the Hubble Space Telescope. It allows further investigations across many fields of astronomy and cosmology, providing a deeper glimpse into the formation of the first galaxies, the observation of the first stars, and collecting more detailed atmospheric characterizations of potentially habitable exoplanets. At a total cost of $10 billion, the Webb has some next-level instruments to achieve more detail and look farther into the darker reaches of space. With its primary mirror of 18 hexagonal mirror segments made of gold-plated beryllium, it can collect light 6 times better than that of Hubble. While Hubble could observe near-ultraviolet, near-infrared, and visible spectra, the Webb can see in a lower frequency range, allowing long-wavelength visible light and infrared light to be clearly collected. This is the reason why images gained from the Webb provide far more detail, as well as allow scientists to analyze images in far more spectra of light. With better equipment and more powerful capacities, the telescope gives us insight far better than ever before. The images and data collected by the James Webb Space Telescope is a big deal, as it sheds light on the beginnings of the universe, providing the deepest and clearest infrared images of distant galaxies to date, helping us unravel the mysteries of deep space. The James Webb Revelations. The James Webb Space Telescope is set for use for us to gain a better understanding of the known and unknown universe. And by far, we are now seeing farther, deeper, and more clearly into space than ever. The Webb telescope operates in a halo orbit, circling around a point in space known as the Sun-Earth Lagrange point, which is approximately 1.5 million kilometers, or 930,000 miles, beyond Earth's orbit around the Sun. This distance allows the telescope to block incoming heat and light from the Sun, Earth, and the Moon to collect even the faintest infrared observations. The first batch of these full-color images and spectroscopic data were released in mid-July 2022, which also marked the official start of Webb's general science operations. Since its launch, the telescope has been gathering valuable data from the far reaches of the cosmos and have now begun beaming incredible data to NASA. The first of which takes us deeper into space than ever before, showing stars and galaxies as they appeared 13 billion years ago. The specks of light from ancient galaxies whose light traveled that amount of time to reach us is a testament to the longevity of the universe and provides great perspective into our interplanetary past. The first released image is a cluster of galaxies about 4.6 billion light-years away, with captured infrared wavelengths that provide a peek of even farther distant galaxies with features that are more distinct over previously observed imagery. And while this composite of images that reveals thousands of galaxies is quite vast, astronomers expect to gain even better images in the near future. Aside from single stars and entire galaxies, the Webb telescope also provides a glimpse into the composition of far-off planetary atmospheres, marking a very exciting time in modern astronomy. Cosmic cliffs. One of the earlier images released by NASA, made by the Webb telescope, was that of cosmic cliffs, which is part of the enormous Carina Nebula, a region 7,600 light-years from Earth. This part of the Milky Way galaxy, known for being a place where massive young stars are born, is now in full focus, with the telescope infrared detectors being able to see through the cosmic dust, so that the nebula itself seems like it's totally star-spangled. According to NASA astrophysicists, the new telescope is allowing them to see brand new stars that were previously completely hidden from their purview. The James Webb Space Telescope has also been able to capture images of the Southern Ring Nebula, an expanding cloud of gas that surrounds a dying star approximately 2,000 light-years from Earth. Basing from the past Hubble images, the nebula looks like an oblong-shaped pool, with a foamy orange deck and a bright white dwarf star in the middle. The Webb's imagery, however, far extends the view even further, showing more tendrils and structures within the gas than previous telescopes have seen. The image shows a bubbly, almost foamy appearance of the nebula, which is molecular hydrogen that formed as dust expanding away from the center of the region. The center itself appears in the color blue, which is hot ionized gas heated by the leftover core of the star in the middle. Rays of light escape the nebula like the sun seen through patches of clouds. The much clearer vision from the Webb telescope, which also uses MIRI mid-infrared cameras to capture different light spectra, revealing a clearer image of the second star in the nebula's core. This galactic image taken by the James Webb Space Telescope reveals a group of 5 galaxies at a distance of about 290 million light-years away from Earth. First discovered in 1877, the Webb telescope's images reveal more structure within the galaxies than previous observations ever did, and also offers a peek at where stars are being born. The impressive feature of this area in space is that 4 of the galaxies in the quintet are bound together by each other's gravity in a seemingly endless looping dance. Scientists agree that this image and area is important to study as it shows the sort of interactions that drive the evolution of galaxies. The image shows the galaxies looking like wispy skeletons, reaching towards each other, with 2 galaxies clearly close to merging, while evidence of a supermassive black hole has also been observed ever more clearly within the top galaxy in the cluster. With the Webb Space Telescope, we are now given a front-row seat to galactic evolution, as it shows huge shockwaves and tidal trails observed through the thick dust of Stephan's quintet. WASP 96b. Aside from the excitement of seeing far into the reaches of space, the James Webb Space Telescope also has the ability of filtering through the atmospheres of different planets, taking in data through spectrum of light. As light from distant stars go through massive heavenly bodies, it passes through these planets' atmospheres, providing us a glimpse of what can be found within these planets. This is the case with the data collected by the Webb telescope from the exoplanet WASP 96b, a giant gas planet 1,120 light-years away from Earth. The planet is about half the mass of Jupiter and orbits its star every 3.4 days. Astronomers previously thought that it had no clouds in its sky, but data from the JWST show evidence of clouds and hazes. The analysis from the spectrum of exoplanet WASP 96b's atmosphere revealed how much light at various wavelengths get absorbed by the atmosphere, which revealed signs of water vapor, haze, and unexpected clouds within its sky. Tree rings. One of the latest images that the James Webb Space Telescope has captured is that of a rare type of star system located 5,000 light-years from Earth. Within this system, the telescope captured an image of at least 17 concentric dust rings emanated by a pair of stars known as Wolf-Rayet 140 or WR140. Every 8 years, these 2 stars produce shells of dust that appear as concentric rings, which seemingly looks like a fingerprint in space. This occurs due to the stellar winds or streams of gas that these 2 stars blow into space when they come close together. Newest Mars photos. After capturing incredible images of the distant universe, the James Webb Space Telescope has now also turned its attention to Mars, revealing interesting photos of the red planet. While Mars is considered our nearest neighbor within our solar system at 1.5 million kilometers, the planet is still considered too close for the Webb Space Telescope standard, which is why light received by the telescope from Mars is too intense. With Webb's instruments being so sensitive, the intense infrared light from Mars can be blinding, causing a phenomenon known as detector saturation. Adapting to the extreme brightness of Mars using very short exposures, scientists measure part of the light data collected and apply special analysis techniques to study the information. This will allow scientists to explore regional differences on the planet itself and search for trace species in the atmosphere, including methane and hydrogen chloride. So, what do you think about the James Webb Space Telescope new insane images from space? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. Now do yourself a favor by watching this vital video of the cosmos. This is Space Infinity signing off.